Satnam, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to Creative Connections Readings. My name is John, and this is going to be a pick a card reading to see what makes you so interesting, maybe even what is your most interesting quality. Let's see, okay? So we have 4 piles to pick from as usual. For pile number 1, we have this really cool red leather. This used to be on my wand actually. I had a wand and I always put this on my handle, and like I actually read that the druids who I connect with very spiritually and very strongly, the druids used to put like red leather or red string around their wands. As a form of like protection and shit like that. So that's pretty cool. For pile number 2, we have this beautiful citrine fairy quartz cluster. Like, it's a very interesting shape, ain't it? I like it a lot. What makes you so interesting, Lauren? And then for pile number 3, I'm saying that interesting because I again got some kind of sexual energy here, so I'm like, what makes you interesting? For pile number 3, we have this Dutch clock. Clock. And then for pile number 4, we have this beautiful golden coin. Nice. So yeah, those are the piles to see what makes you so interesting. Pick your pile and I will see you there. Satnam, pile number 1. For those of you who picked that red leather, this is going to be a reading. I'm being told to feel it a bit more. This is going to be a reading to see what makes you so interesting. What makes you so, what is your most interesting quality even? I am getting a lot of like magical vibes, so you might also be like very much into witchy things, or you might know a lot of things about like the ancient world because I shared that story of the druids. I feel like what makes you interesting is that you know stuff about stuff, okay? Like you might know a lot of like interesting random shit and stuff like that, okay? So let's see, especially in regards to like maybe witchy things or more obscure things and occultic things, maybe shit like that. But let's see what the card says. Go away. In danach sanaktam beso. For pile number 1. What makes them so interesting? What makes them so interesting? What am I feeling? I'm feeling some kind of energy from my heart space, but this energy that I'm experiencing is very subtle and very like almost quiet, okay? I'm hearing very strange. What makes pile number 1 so interesting? 5 of Wands, it showed itself as I split the deck as well. The High Priestess reverse, the Devil reverse, 7 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, Queen of Swords. Interesting. That was a weird energy. Pile number 1, what makes you so interesting? So definitely there is some kind of like witchy or like occultic or pagan-y vibe here. But quite honestly, I do need to say, like, for some reason, Polyborn, something that's coming through for you is like, I feel like there's some kind of like a loving situation or a lover situation. Somebody likes you, but they don't like the fact that you are into like spirituality or stuff like that. Even though they find it interesting, it's maybe not that they don't like it. It's maybe that they're a little bit afraid of it. I don't know why that needs to come up though. 2 of Cups. I feel like there's this very specific person coming through and saying like they're afraid of your like spirituality or something like that, but like it's very intriguing to them. Um, this might be just somebody that is like that was raised religious or something like that. Okay, I feel like somebody is just or maybe for some of you it is people in general. What they find interesting about you is some kind of like alluring dark energy about you. Okay, some kind of alluring dark occultic energy about you. But I keep getting a message like somebody specifically here is coming through and being like, I don't know, they want to like, they're a bit afraid of this like energy of yours. Why is this High Priestess in reverse? I mean, that High Priestess in reverse, um, I'm getting for some of you, pile number 1, there might be like, with the 5 of Wands, the High Priestess reverse, the Devil reverse. I'm getting there might be like talks about you being dark or being some kind of like I'm hearing a Satanist or some shit like that. Um, I mean, maybe you are even for some of you. Like maybe for some of you, you are Luciferians or some shit like that. Like you, um, but yeah, I'm getting like a double-edged sword here, especially with this Queen of Swords. Like you are interesting, pal number one, but I feel like a lot of people also find you extremely intimidating or scary or something like that. Okay, um, yeah, it's almost like people are afraid that you're gonna like knock their ass or some shit like that, but like with your magic or something. But um, yeah. Anyway, you definitely have some kind of very intense magical aura about you. Judgment, beautiful. Ace of Pentacles reverse. Six of Cups. Yeah, like the Temperance reverse. Like again, that gave me this kind of vibe of there's somebody that doesn't like your spirituality, some kind of Two of Cups situation, or that doesn't not like your spirituality, but it's almost like it intimidates them or it scares them or something like that. But it also intrigues them or some shit. When I saw that Judgment, I saw a lot of light. I saw almost this energy of like you receiving. I don't know, like they're coming some kind of clarity towards who it is that you truly are or something like that. Okay, like I feel like people might misjudge you as like very dark or evil or some shit like that when they first meet you, or people just experience you as very deceptive, very like conniving and shit like that with the devil card. But like I don't know, then it just like turns out that like you aren't that or something like that, and then people are like that's very interesting. I don't know, like I'm even getting this vibe for some of you, pal number one. You might have people that like that feel they are very good with like like really calling out people at the start or something like that. And then at one point they're like proven wrong, right? And then they're like, oh wow, that's really interesting. That like they didn't expect that. I'm even getting for some of you, you change people's perceptions on spirituality and stuff like that, right? So let me get one. So this is a very occulty, witchy kind of pile. The energies here for shizzles. And I'm here to say you are good. Exactly, medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing. Like you might like represent yourself as dark, or you might like a lot of dark and occult things, but that doesn't mean you're evil, right? Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. It's because it's this trickster energy about you. That's what makes you interesting. You definitely have this trickster energy, pal number one, which is also like very magical and occultic. It's a trickster energy that makes people sometimes think that you're like either evil or that you're like trying to. I just heard that you're trying to steal from them, or that I don't know, I don't know, that you're evil or some kind of Satanist or demonic being, or I don't know, okay? But it's just a trickster vibe about you. But like as soon as people like notice that with the Six of Cups, there comes this healing, and the Judgment, there comes this healing, and they're like, oh. What is this Ace of Pentacles reverse though? I again actually just feel like this is giving me like root energy, like people like trying to like dislodge you or unroot you, uproot you out of their life or something, because they're like, no, this is evil, da da da. But then at some point they're like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Like I never thought about it that way, or never saw it that way, and shit like that. So yeah, Polymer, that was your reading. Please do consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you again for another one. Satnam, bye. Satnam, pile number 2 for those of you who picked this citrine. Fairy quartz cluster. This is going to be a reading to see what makes you so interesting. I did receive something at the start when I showed you the vibe, when I showed you the crystal, I mean, but I can't really remember what it was. So let's just get into the cards. For pile number 2, what makes them so interesting? Bling bling vibes. But I'm actually hearing no with that. What makes pile? Yeah, well, there's a lot of like sun, a lot of like gold energy here. Citrine, the sun. I think what makes you like I keep seeing like something on your body shining, or like jewelry or something like that. But I don't really want to say jewelry because it doesn't feel. And I also heard the song "Body Gonna Shine Bling Bling Body," right? So maybe for some of you, you do wear like very interesting jewelry pieces, or you like wearing jewelry. Or for some of you, it's even like a lack of jewelry. For some of you, what also makes you interesting is like a lack of things that make you actually shine, and that like I don't know, that you just have like almost glitter on your body or some shit like that. Anyway, The Prince of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords reverse, the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords reverse, the Queen of Cups, and Strength reverse. For pile number 2, Death reverse. Jesus. What am I feeling here? What makes you interesting? Pile number 2. I feel like what makes you interesting, pile number 2, is that people don't expect you to like keep going or keep shining or keep like healing yourself. Okay, people like I don't know. What makes you interesting is the fact that you also like keep healing yourself. Okay, no matter how tired you become, no matter how many times you've been like done in. No matter how many times you've been like left out in the cold, like I'm even getting this energy of like you have some kind of like ability to even make other people, even when you're going through something, you have this ability to make other people feel very healed or very nurtured and secure. Okay, yeah. What makes you interesting is your dedication to yourself. Okay, it makes you interesting that you are like not willing to give up on yourself. The Two of Swords reverse. The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, and the Chariot. Um, yeah, part number 2. What makes you so interesting is that you are. I don't know. Like I'm getting a very sweet energy here. I'm getting a very like nurturing energy, a very loving energy. The Moon as well, a very feminine energy. Okay, and this energy of yours is it's very interesting to people because like Ariana Grande, like been through some bad shit, I should be a savage. Who would have thought it turned me to a savage? Like she's like so cute and petite, almost fairy like, but she's been through some really intense shit. And what makes people what makes it so what makes you so interesting is that you also keep being successful by yourself. You keep being successful despite the things. I think you've had a very successful life as well. Okay, your independence in yourself makes you very successful and interesting. Um, I feel like some of you might also be like with this chariots. I'm getting a lot of travel. For some of you, you might be world travelers, or you have traveled a lot, or you might just be very well traveled. Um, that is also something that's coming in, that's coming through. And some for again, like for some of you, you might be traveling alone a lot, or it is something that you're planning on doing, and that's something that you also might be telling people. People find that very interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think people kind of underestimate you, Paul number 2. People underestimate the extent to which you can shine. Okay, without anything. That's maybe also why that energy came up of like the jewelry being in the Moon, 8 of Fire, the jewelry being on you, but like or the jewelry not being on you, but like you're still shining or something like that. Yeah, so that makes you very interesting. Okay, you're like very independent, very much. I'm hearing even for some of you a homebody, but you're like an interesting homebody or something like that. Okay, in some way, even your homebodiness like makes you interesting because you have like a lot of like interesting things. Or not a home not a homebody as in like because you do travel a lot, not a homebody as in like you don't go out, but like I'm even hearing for some of you like when you travel you like to like make it very homely, or you like to like stay in your home while you travel as well. Does that make sense? Like you just stay a lot by yourself, like, and even if you just go out, you go out to eat by yourself, shit like that. Okay. But yeah, like a very petite and sweet and healing energy here, and you consistently just like keep shining for yourself. Like it's almost like you also don't need validation from people, which makes you interesting. Like you don't need anybody's encouragement to keep going. Like you can give yourself that encouragement, right? Point number 2. I'm even hearing for some of you. I'm seeing this Star of David on this Queen of Cups neck. I'm even hearing for some of you might be like Jewish or something, or just something about your religion might be very interesting to people as well, like the way you connect with God or the way you experience God or something like that. Okay. So yeah, let me get a oracle card, and I think that's that then. If you don't travel a lot and you actually do stay at home a lot, which I don't necessarily think is the case, I feel like your home or like the place around you or the way you dress maybe even just seems very like exotic, very like travel vibes and shit like that. Okay. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. It's interesting that that energy would come up actually with like the traveling, because the traveling, but your energy does feel very rooted. But this is also maybe again giving me like wherever you travel, you like root there. Like even if you only stay there for like a month or so, like you like root there and you like really make it your home, and then you go and like leave. Or that's how you are in people's lives. Is that if that's not something that you do physically, that's maybe what you do in people's lives. Okay, like people meet you and like you root a very certain consciousness or energy into them, a very like expanded or a very like travel-y kind of gypsy, maybe even like consciousness or vibe into their reality. Okay, and like people find that very interesting. Okay, upon number two, thank you so much. That was your reading. Please do consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you again for another one. Satnam. Bye. Satnam. Pile number three for those of you who picked this Dutch klop, this Dutch clog. This is gonna be a reading to see what makes you interesting. Okay, I heard ancestry. So like for some of you, you might have some kind of like mixed ancestry or something. For some of you, like mixed race. You know, because it doesn't have to be just race or just culture. It could even be both. I don't know. Like something about your bloodlines are very like interesting to people. Okay. Like I'm hearing even like maybe like cultures that you never I don't know, that makes some like a very interesting not only cultural mesh pot but also like genetic mesh pot. Okay, some of you might have very like interesting facial features or something like that because of your ancestry. Okay, so let's see what makes pile number three interesting, or like your cultures, like some of you connect strongly with your ancestral cultures, and that's also interesting to people. Ten of Cups reverse, so definitely some kind of ancestor vibe here. Four of Cups reverse, Prince of Cups reverse, Eight of Wands reverse. Jesus, what's happening here? Justice, Nine of Cups, beautiful. Oh, okay, you know what I'm seeing? You know what I'm seeing actually? Pile number three. I'm getting this vibe of like for some of you, what makes you interesting is that you are actually completely maybe different from your family. Like you are probably like the black goat, the black goat, the black sheep, the goat, you know, the sacrificial lamb kind of vibes there. I feel like what makes you so interesting is that like even not only are you different from your family, but I feel like also different from your culture. I feel like so even though you might like resonate a lot with your ancestral culture, even though you might like honor it a lot, I still feel, and you might like obviously look with some kind of like mix of cultures or whatever, I still feel like you do it in some kind of very different way, or you express it in a very different way. Okay. What else am I feeling here? I'm hearing for some of you what also makes you interesting, or the reason why you seem so different from your current culture or from your family, is because you are some, like your being is some kind of meshing point of different lineages or different bloodlines or shit like that. Okay, that might also be why you act differently or why you think differently or something like that. But I keep getting this vibe. I keep getting this vibe of like I don't know, even though it's different and separate, it's still like enmeshed together and still like dancing with with each other, and like you know like mixing together, etc. I keep getting that vibe here. Okay. I do need to say, I did receive some kind of message here that some kind of, you are going to be receiving some kind of justice in a situation that involved maybe some kind of scapegoating energy. You're going to be receiving a lot of happiness and some kind of wish fulfillment in regards to some kind of energy, maybe. Um, I'm getting also like a lot of like Ahoka vibes here. Maybe for some of you, your family rejected you because of your being the scapegoat, because of being like the generational curse breaker or healer or something like that, right? And just you are going to be getting some kind of justice for that. I also feel like what makes you interesting, Pawn number 3, is the fact that you are this scapegoat, the fact that you are this like opposite of the golden child or whatever, but you consistently also, yeah, like you're always like the sacrificial lamb or something, but you always get like your wish fulfillment, you always get your justice, you always get like your divine justice specifically is what I'm hearing here. Okay, I don't know why that would make you interesting. I don't know, like maybe it makes people, like maybe it makes you interesting because it like awakens the inner child in people in some way, because they start realizing that, oh, okay, wow, like God is real, or like the spiritual things are real, magic is real, shit like that, okay? But in a, like much more spiritually speaking, okay? Like I don't necessarily think you do any kind of occult things, or like witchy things or anything like that. This is just giving me the energy. Yeah, Ace of Cups. This is just giving me this vibe of like what makes you interesting is the fact that you consistently get wish fulfillment. You are consistently favored by God in some way. You consistently get justice in some way, okay? And yeah, exactly, judgment. You consistently receive some kind of divine judgment from God. Ace of Cups, look at that. Somebody here's going to be receiving some kind of love, okay? Death, Seven of Wands, Two of Cups. Yeah, what makes you so interesting, pile number 3, is that again, like you are definitely some kind of scapegoat. You are definitely somebody that was sacrificed. I'm hearing by for some of you, even by your family, by like your own family, your family like sacrificed you or some shit like that, right? But God is calling judgment on that. Okay, like it's making it, what makes you interesting, pile number 3, is that you consistently get favor from God. I don't know how else to say that. Even despite death energies being sent towards you, or people trying to like cut you down consistently or uproot you, shit like that. You keep growing, or you're continuously resurrected or something like that. Okay. Like I'm getting a very masterful spiritual vibe here, like a lot of like almost zen like Christ consciousness or something. Okay. Like continuous resurrection with that death. White witch, be the light. Yeah, you are the generational curse breaker. You are the shaman. You are the medicine guardian, the healing one. Okay, you are the one that like breaks the curses. But you're also the one that is continuously like sacrificed or dies, or you were continuously sacrificed or died. But you keep continuously resurrecting Christ consciousness, right? So yeah, Polymer 3. I feel like also what makes you interesting is like maybe you were raised Christian and you still believe in Jesus or something, but your family believes differently than you, or your community believes differently than you. I don't know, something about like not something, but everything about you is just like different to even though you're like very grounded in it, or very like not showy with it, you're still very different than anybody else because you are the scapegoat, right? So do you know that there is some kind of like resurrection that's going to be happening for you, some kind of wish fulfillment after this death was put on you, okay? So there's a judgment coming for you. Thank you so much, pile number 3. That was your reading. Please do consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you again for another one. Satnam, bye. Satnam, pile number 4. For those of you who picked this gold coin, this is going to be a reading. What makes you interesting? I immediately heard, don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? I'm hearing for some of you what makes you interesting is your music choice. Like people wouldn't expect that you listen to the music you listen to or some shit like that. Or like I don't know, like for some of you chill with like really like music, but you're like this, hola, like hey, like or something like that. Or if it's not like whatever kind of music it is. Anyway, somebody just finds your like taste in music interesting, and I'm hearing in a good way. So y'all. What am I feeling for pile number 4? I'm again hearing, don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend... Why am I hearing that though? What am I hearing that though? I love doing that accent. Again, like the oh no, Cleo. Like, boy, I love doing that. I don't know why. What makes pile number 4 so interesting? The devil reverse. Princess of Wands reverse. She also kept showing herself now. Five of Wands reverse. Eight of Swords. Eight of Pentacles reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles. What makes you... So there's definitely some kind of like money thing here, okay? And because the gold coin, the Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles reverse. What am I feeling though? For Paul in numero cuatro. What makes Paul number 4 so interesting? I'm getting some kind of energy, like trying to not, like... I'm feeling for some of you, Palmer 4, it makes you interesting. It's like you always manage to like get yourself out of a pickle here. Like this is also again giving me like, I got New York City heart, you know, like I'm street wise, I can improvise. That energy continuously comes up for me though. Like for some of you, you have like some kind of ability to get yourself out of a pickle, looking fly as fuck, okay? Like looking dead up, looking dunzo, like, you know. Like you come out of a fight looking like you weren't even in a fight, okay? You just have some kind of way to get yourself out of a pickle here, Palmer 4. I'm getting this vibe of like somebody even throwing something at you. This doesn't necessarily feel malicious. This almost feels like testing or like what's that, like, is it parkour, like spiritual parkour or something like that? Like you I don't know, you're supposed to be this like very solid, stable thing or immovable thing, but like if you need to, you can like jump through fucking flaming hoops over skyscrapers while being chased by flying laser sharks. What? I don't know, this is weird energy, pile number 4, but just know that. But again, it's like this weird energy, like you outmaneuver, like you get yourself out of weird situations, out of really sticky situations here, okay? For some of you, I'm even getting this vibe of like, you had some kind of like investment. You had some kind of investment in something, and it like really didn't pan out or whatever. But in some way, like you still made millions, or you're still gonna make millions, or not necessarily millions, but maybe in rands, you know, in my currency. But like you understand what I'm saying, you know. Like you always manage to get yourself out of a pickle here, Paul number 4. Like how do you do that? Okay, especially when it comes to finances, or especially when it comes to like especially when it comes to, yeah, to finances and shit like that. Okay, Five of Swords reverse, King of Wands, yeah, the Empress reverse. Interesting, Five of Pentacles reverse as well. If part number 4, if somebody here is gonna be wanting to borrow money from you, don't do it. If somebody's gonna be if you're gonna be wanting to borrow money, don't. Anyway, pile number 4, that was a weird energy that came through. Just know that you, in regards to you being able to get yourself out of a pickle, Five of Swords reverse, King of Wands. Again, I'm getting this vibe of like you could be in this energy of like literally like lying somewhere and like dying or something. But like metaphorically speaking, literally metaphorically, Jean. But like your finances could be going like super shit, or your home life could be super shit, or I don't know what the fuck, like your stability, your 3D reality could be going super shit, okay? In some way you take some kind of fucking action in your life that kind of brings you again towards this like Nine of Pentacles. Like you always manage to come out on top or something. I'm not too sure why this Empress is in reverse though. Like I'm even getting this vibe of like it doesn't matter like what action you take, it always leads you to some kind of like abundance, okay? To some kind of like, why is this Empress reverse? What is that energy? Let me just get another card quickly, because I don't know why that Empress is reverse. Two of Cups reverse with the Four of Wands. I'm even getting for some of you, oh, okay, I'm even getting for some of you, you might be like in contract. You might be in some kind of like home situation or some kind of like really sticky situation with somebody. Or like you have been in like sticky situations with like contracts, or with like a person that you were married to, or you know, that like was supposed to be somebody was but was actually a fuckboy, or was supposed to be somebody but was actually like an empress in reverse. I don't know, you just managed to get out of some kind of a really sticky situation, and you always manage to do that. Why is this coming up? This is very interesting. I feel like this is a very personal reading for somebody that recently went through something like this, or that is recently going through something like this, but whatever, okay? Air Guardian, shift your perception. Yeah, but this shift your perception is like giving me very like flighty energy, but not flighty in a bad way. Flighty as in like very swift, very quick on your feet. Like, you can very fucking easily like outmaneuver like very fucking sticky situations here. Okay, like situations that are meant to have you completely stuck and like not moving or not abundant, or you know, completely in poverty. Like you always manage to just get out of that in some way. Okay, and I feel like it's because you have a very strong mind. You might also receive a lot of like divine like knowledges and connections in regards to which actions you should be taking to be able to manifest that, right? Thank you so much, Palmer, for that was your reading. Please do consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you again for another one. Satnam. Bye.